Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Yeah. Hey,
Warning.
y'all know what time it is, man. Let's go in. Hey, this is Face the Music, where we take the music, break it down, turn around a different take on the music. We gon' clown, bound, and act the fool, something stupid. So happy, Charlie Trouble, this how we do it.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
I hear music coming from everywhere.
Yeah. America.
Oh no.
I was 30 seconds away.
Oh no.
You just ain't shit. You just ain't shit. America. Welcome to Face the Music, the show where we take your favorite song lyrics,
Then what we do?
break them shits down,
Then what?
throw them back in your motherfucking face,
Pew, pew.
and make you face the music. I'm your guy Willie So, and to my right we have,
It's your girl, Miss Happy. You already know. What up, though?
and sitting across in his newly fabricated seat,
Like a boss.
Yo, it's your boy DJ Envy, man.
this
You
nigga
know
say,
what?
shut your ass up.
I like DJ Envy and shit. Charlamagne over there with Angela Yee.
This nigga say he
I've been on the
DJ
side of
Envy.
the table by myself for like a month now. Yeah, it's been about a month.
Not a
About
month.
that.
I've been holding it down.
MONF. Month.
Looking like
Month.
fucking DJ Envy over here and shit.
Month.
And the man behind the boards.
Black Mark.
Black
What it
Mark.
do? What it do?
What's good, man?
Same old shit, different toilet.
Oh shit, different toilet.
You uppity.
And it stank.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the same old shit in a different toilet. What's been good with everybody, man? What's been popping, crack-a-lacking, and jumping off and things?
Man, I'm double booked trying to get stuff together. Possibly got a project that is on hold for me. I'm trying to wait and see if I can do it if I have the time, because I'm working on the play and stuff. We got a photo shoot this Sunday, so got something else somebody asked me to come do and be a part of.
Nice.
Yes. What up, though, Mr. Moral Support, Legacy Flavors? I have to slow down. Y'all know I get tongue-tied.
Oh shit. What's happening, everybody out there
know
in
why I
the
laugh.
cyber.
Now, yeah, oh, you see, you've been sitting on that side of the
rubbing it off.
panel
It's
with
rubbing off on
tongue
you.
tied too damn long.
It's rubbing off.
And
on
it's always C words.
you know how some motherfuckers soul tied. Y'all tongue tied. You know, motherfuckers.
Welcome everybody in the cyber
Can't read together.
sphere.
We can't talk. Now watch. It'll be Mark next.
Nah,
it's just gonna go.
It's
boom.
moving. It's moving on
It's
around
moving
the
on
room.
down.
See, that's why I sit alone.
But to be very, very fair, we just can't correctly pronounce the words. The nigga on the other side of the table just don't know the meaning of shit. That's
He
all.
called me the nigga. He called me the nigga. The nigga over.
That's
He's the most
difference.
platonic person here.
Right.
I can spell it.
He could say the shit. He could spell the shit. What it
And look,
mean?
and the sentence I can't,
I
you
don't
know.
even
He
know.
will not place
Spell
it
it,
in
I
a.
can spell it. I ain't using it
I
in a
don't even
sentence.
know. Well, what's been going on with you, Trouble?
Man, I've been I had a good little weekend, man. You know, I just continue my little family thing I've been doing. I threw a little spades, little event at the crib, so you know that shit was that shit was aggressive.
Got your ass whooped in your own home.
Nah,
huh?
actually, and you know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
The first week I did it, I had my little bro come through, and the people we was playing, they got us a little. They tricked us. They got us drunk. You know what I mean? It was tequila shots.
you
So
got-
that's how
you
they
got-
were like we got spanked that day. So when I sobered up and realized like, oh, we got our ass beat. We got to run that back. And then we left out like you know how you supposed to play the 500. We ended up playing the 350. We had 350. Them niggas left out of there negative 40, minus 40 or something.
So just a sidebar about America, specifically white America. Let me just inform you of something.
Yeah.
Black people do two things when playing spades. Thing one, they either playing the 350
Uh huh.
or they're playing at 500. The game going to 500 don't never fucking get to 500. Ever. Ever, because something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Just if
It's
you ever
always some ultra competitive black people. It's like that's the
somehow-
nigga Olympics. The 500 game is Negro Olympics.
It is.
That's a Negro Olympics.
It is.
Yeah, so
Like
white people,
that,
if you ever
yeah.
find yourself at the cookout and you see the game being played, ask them what they playing to.
Yeah.
And if you hear 500, that would be your cue to leave, because it's like going to black church. You're never leaving.
I ain't gonna lie. If that shit ain't rise and fly, don't sit your pale
Right.
ass down.
Pretty much.
Don't sit your pink ass down.
That's-
If it
that's
ain't
a-
rise and fly,
That's a good idea.
Hey.
Words to live by from trouble.
I'm telling you, because when they start slapping them cars and they start reneging and yelling and drinking, they gonna slap you first. You the first motherfucking smack. They, what the fuck? I done seen cousins scrap it on stage.
Please
boy.
don't renege or cut your
Oh,
partner
God.
out
Oh,
in the
my
middle.
Never be a renegade.
Please don't do
Oh.
that.
Never.
Reneging.
Hey, it's the
has
worst when a
ended
nigga renege and then play that same suit the next.
right back.
You blind? You fucking dumb? You cut a heart and then play a heart.
A misdeal that happened in like the third house and shit, fourth house.
Now,
Like,
here's the
God
crazy
damn.
part. The misdeal, the constant misdeal, as a result of all of the drinking, that's probably what normally stopped the game.
Yeah.
It's like, man, fuck this,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
Third
You get
nigga
frustrated.
running this deal. It's trying to
Man,
hang this shit
fuck
up.
that. Turn
Right.
this
We're
shit
done.
over.
We're
You
done.
always got a fire ass head too when a nigga miss deal. You
Absolutely.
got oh my god.
Motherfucker always got both jokers
I'm
when it's a
telling you.
misdeal.
I swear to God.
But
Okay, what's going on, everybody? Let me talk to these folks in the chat. First off, Mr. Moral Support. He says face the music, and then he said something about that's because they won't let me back. I guess because Charlie's seat is empty. We never said you couldn't
Never
come
said
back.
you couldn't come. Look, I'm about to
Never.
fuck with him now.
Right, we
Yeah,
never
Moral Support.
said that.
You got to bring some vagina with you next time.
Ooh,
oh boy,
Well, look, I'm gonna
His
fuck on that. I'm just gonna put his name on the screen for
Testosterone
nothing.
level was real
for
high.
nothing. Yeah,
I'll
we're
put
gonna
his
put your
name on
name
the
on
screen for
screen.
Put it in the seat right here next to me.
Since you're in
That's
your
what I did. That's
feelings.
what I did. That's what I did.
a new bit might just be we just have all of the regulars' names just scrolling,
Just
continuously
scrolling. Yeah.
as we on Ballroom Dre, Mr. Moral Support, Legacy Favors, Joe Cheney.
We got to
was
get Ballroom Dre up here
happening.
next.
What's up, Mary?
Mary Williams.
What's
hey.
going on? Hey.
What's happening, baby?
Hey, Barbara Dre said I want to give a shout out to all
One
you
time for the one
guys.
time, Mary.
She said you show y'all hold I be checking with them. Y'all be holding it down. And I tune in every week. I don't know.
Are we
'Cause
sure
he
we
was
want her to read the comments?
She
You
said,
here talking in tongue and shit.
I truly believe she just said that she
I
was
summoned
songs.
some shit, right?
Yeah, she did.
That's because he was talking while I was trying to read, and I'm like,
Oh, you
I
can't
had a
walk
whole
into the
bunch.
bubble
I
gum.
had a whole
She
bunch of
finna
stuff
get
going on. Right, I am.
First day on the job, fire.
Right. We know who did not get to read in front
I'ma
of the
handle
class
all
in
the
third
reading.
grade.
First off, I can read very well.
Her lips started trembling. Back started sweating. You read next. Damn.
God damn
You
it.
know how they tell the next three people you gonna read, and then when you finish,
She be sitting
Darius, you
ain't
got the
paid
next
attention-
paragraph, and
Ain't paid
Happy
attention
you got
to
the one
shit
after
but
that.
her paragraph because she been reading that shit over
The
and
whole
over and
time.
over. I will not say the.
I did not like the kid, and I didn't make fun of him, but they got on my nerve when you called the kid that read like extremely slow. Like, what up, though?
Nah, the one that I hated was
Like what?
I had kids that stuttered in my class.
You know what? Not
Let me-
kids. So you was in the slow class.
No, no,
That's
they
what
were
you
smart
said.
as fuck.
You said kids, so it's more than one kid that stuttered. You was in the
There's
slow
more than
class.
one kid that stutters in the world. Just because you stutter don't mean that you're.
But they're all in your class.
Almost said it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He said, Darius Mitchell said, what up, though, so?
So, my God, Darius Mitchell from the Refinement Group. What's poppin', Brody?
Robert White said, what up, though, where is Keela? Who the fuck is Keela?
Who the hell is Keela?
We don't know Keela.
That must be one of Charlie's
Her
alter
alias.
egos.
Yeah.
She
Or
might
that
be
little-
talking about Keela from the Go Real or Go Home podcast that previously came out
Okay.
Tuesdays before y'all.
Okay.
Maybe,
Okay.
yeah, maybe that's
Well,
Hey,
sir,
welcome to the show, Rob. You
right,
on the
we-
wrong shit. It's all
we've
good, though.
taken that-
This is
Stay-
Face
stay-
the
stay here,
Music.
though.
same network.
Stay put.
Same network.
Come on,
wrong
stay
show.
with
Hey, that
us.
nigga said, where Keela at, man? What the fuck going on?
Stay put, Rod.
Hey, get to know us.
Stay put, Rod. You gonna find
We
out
miss
that
That's
you,
our
Robert.
family. That's our family. They
We
come on tomorrow.
all
They come
on
on
fucker.
Wednesday.
We miss Robert.
But let me tell y'all, speaking of shows, so here's what I did over the weekend. I wind up, y'all know how I brought my homegirl, Joy Michelle, on here, right? Mm-hmm. She has a podcast. I wound up sitting in on their podcast, Let Us Be Women. Mm-hmm. y'all think that we stupid? These motherfuckers stupid. Stupid.
They're my stupid shit.
Yeah, they were talking about, and I don't know if they did this on purpose or it was just, fake. But the topic that they had us talking about was the evolution of side pieces.
Damn.
Oh no.
They had the right one on there.
Oh no. Because you know about that.
The evolution.
Mr. Side Piece.
Yeah,
Ding.
they had it was a dope
They
show.
got the right one.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely got the right one, baby. But nah, that shit was fun as hell.
You know what? We're not gonna start this. Who behind trouble? Really?
Who behind me?
Why the fuck? What? Face music.
Somebody behind me?
Nobody is behind
Cyber
you.
man, please tell us what the hell it is that y'all like. Every other show, you all are telling us about is somebody, but
There's nobody
what the
there.
fuck are y'all looking at?
This person see dead people. That's what it is.
Hey, if you see a nigga, warn a brother.
Right.
All I'm saying is,
Heck you in. I'm gonna sit on that side of the
I
table
think-
next week.
I
You the
think
holy
y'all
one.
see- I
You should
think
make
y'all
happy
see
holy ass
edibles.
sit on this side. You the
That's
one
what I think.
covered in, anointed in the blood of Jesus. Shit,
Somebody-
they gonna
Amen.
get me. I need to see the nigga coming. I need to sit on that side of the
whomever
table.
is seeing shit,
I
I
can defend
guarantee
myself.
you, we're gonna have a prayer warriors in this motherfucker next week because we not going through this shit again.
He said
Anyway.
prayer and motherfuckers in the same.
Yeah,
Hey,
he did.
you know.
I
Prayer,
said she was the holy motherfucker.
You can find all of them in the church, Just saying.
Oh.
Okay,
Anyway,
let me
move-
scroll right on
move-
by that
right.
one for
Pew.
that
Yeah,
one fell
offended
flat.
Jesus.
That one fell flat. Anyway, all
All
right. So
Run, trouble, run. That's funny.
here's what we're talking about this week, America.
What we talking about this week?
We are talking about this is sort of kind of a serious topic when you really get off into it. We're not really gonna try to get too deep off into it. But when I was thinking about it, I was like, there's no funny way to spin this shit
Yeah.
at all.
It really isn't.
It's no
But we're
funny
gonna
way to
figure out a way. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna fuck
I'm
it up.
sure, especially with trouble in the
Sure,
building.
we're gonna
Yeah.
fuck it up. But we talking.
As long
we're
as we don't
talking
start
about,
crying and hugging and turn this bitch into the Oprah
Kumbaya.
Winfrey
Yeah,
show, we good.
that
But if
might
they
be
start, y'all-
Nala Van Zant sitting behind.
Oh
something.
man, the coast of Alabama.
What's her
not
name?
dead.
Alabama.
What's her
Alabama.
name?
First
Ivana,
off, she's
Alabama.
not dead.
Hold on. Didn't we say that this shit was? He done went from not knowing
First-
the word to just mispronouncing.
Because why the fuck is that her name?
Because that's her name.
That ain't her real name.
Because
That's
that's what her mama named her.
That's how that one.
I can't. I absolutely cannot.
And speaking of what your mama named you, we're talking
Alabama.
about growing up.
That's a soap.
We're talking about we ain't even out the gate and we fucking it up already.
We're talking about
growing up in trauma.
Jesus.
I mean, and not like everybody just had some type of really fucked up childhood, but there are some things that probably happened and we probably got raised in certain kind of ways that stuck with us. And not all of the shit was positive.
No.
So
Especially being an oldest kid. You know, I was the trial run.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do, looking back on it, man,
Yeah.
and the results
I was
sort of
the
kind of
practice
prove it.
kid.
I think I was the experiment.
Seriously.
I really do.
Man, the first child in every family is.
You the oldest child?
Yeah.
You the oldest?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty damn sure I was the experiment. I was the not that I wasn't
Let
playing,
me see how.
but
Let me see how I do this.
the way I was raised was like, oops.
Like we're not gonna do that again.
Oh shit. Oh, that don't work.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Oh, well, we won't do that next time.
You figure out what
Not
to
gonna do
feed.
that with the second baby.
What do you feed a baby? Oh, not that. No.
So you don't give them NyQuil.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
okay.
Black parents feed their babies hands and feet, boy. Don't fuck up in
Yeah.
front
Yeah,
of black
woo
mama.
trauma.
telling you.
Mary.
Get your ass whooped. They get that right.
Oh, no.
Whoop your ass.
Some things
They'll
are,
beat your
are
ass.
innate.
But I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Now we're talking about whooping ass right now, but we live in a generation where I don't feel like there's enough ass whooping going around.
Oh, that's because we are living in trauma. All of us, all the parents
Right.
got PTSD from
So
those,
now they
those
don't-
ass whoopings.
Right.
We grew up
Yeah.
with grandmas with switches and
so
extension
let's
cords.
so
and
let's
shit.
go ahead and get this out of the way because I can honestly say I've never like really whooped my daughter ever. I don't think that that's like a big thing.
Yeah.
Amongst parents now.
Yeah,
And
see-
it, not being funny, but it might be some PTSD type shit going on.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
see,
why.
you know what? That's true because like I don't pick stuff up and hit my son, and my son don't really need any spankings or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 9 years old and almost taller than me at this point. But I used to give him a very old fashioned hand to butt whooping, but I got heavy hands, so he didn't like that.
Yeah.
But
Shit, it ain't about him liking it.
no,
Oh, I ain't
I'm
whooping,
just
he don't
I like
that.
that.
no,
Spank.
but I'm just saying, like, you know, some people would be like, oh, that was nothing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, no, he didn't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but he learned quick. So I don't have to do that anymore. But
Yeah.
you talking about extension cords and switches and
Yeah,
stuff like
this is-
belts. I don't do that. I
Man,
don't.
That was some slave
Maybe that's my
shit.
trauma.
The fact a motherfucker make you go pick your own switches off the bush.
Right.
That's some slave shit. If I ever seen it.
Mental trauma.
That was 400 years
Emotional
of PTSD.
damage.
That shit was not new.
not gonna
I remember
lie
the
to
first
you.
time I got sent to the bush. You know, you come with the little ones thinking you're doing something. Them bitches hurt more.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, especially when they take a few of them and put them together.
No, the worst shit is when you get told as you walking away, don't bring me no little shit.
Don't bring me no little shit. You like,
No.
Or actually, that wasn't what I got told. I got told if I got to go out there and pick the switch myself,
Man.
it's gonna be worse.
I knew how to like bend them a little bit
No,
over
it's
my
not.
leg. Like I bend them a little bit, like flex them.
He's gonna wear it out before.
Yeah, I
we get
wear
in
it
there
out a
and
little
shit,
bit
like,
before I bring it in. I only got like 2 switch whoopings in my life, but
I
them
don't know
bitches
if I
was
ever
traumatic.
got a switch
I
whooping.
got
It
2
was
of 'em.
traumatic. It was very traumatic.
them
My
bitches hurt.
aunt had one of those bushes
Dog.
outside her house. So yeah, I'm very familiar.
And it's crazy because when you got siblings and y'all both get whoopings, y'all be comparing y'all little whelps and shit. Like, look,
Right.
I got a big one right
Now
here.
that's
I
crazy.
think
It
me
ain't,
and-
I got a
think
bigger
me-
one right here.
Me and my friends used to whoop each other ass with the switch more than the parents.
Y'all
Yeah, we
fucking-
was
y'all
like
was
little
playing
whips,
and getting-
Yeah, that's how. That was one of the.
Yeah, you traumatized.
like a
you was
sword fight. It
traumatized.
was like a sword
then.
fight and shit.
Yeah,
Like
sword
that's-
fight.
Sheesh.
Hell no.
Fuck a
I,
No.
pillow fight. I'm gonna leave marks on you as we play.
Like I remember me and my cousin in my home with my best friends. We was getting we used to fuck each other up.
Wow.
With
man.
but it wasn't.
So,
it wasn't
so
the
we
parents.
got comments. They said Miss Merle support says it's not a lot of ass whipping being passed out. Marlon Dre say they scared of going to jail.
Facts on facts.
He said sorry, whoop that butt. Hope they don't put me in Facebook jail for saying that. Right, be careful. And then Miss Merle support said, "Mama, I'm
they
about
just
to
gonna
whoop
hide
you."
your comment.
Right. And Mary, no, they'll put them in jail. Mary says, hell, taking the phone or game system have some of these kids suicidal. You
While
are
you're
so
bullshitting.
serious, Mary.
True shit.
Listen, the one kid that killed his mom because what the heck she do? Take the game console away or something crazy like that?
He was, wasn't he? Do I have to say it? Do I have to
No,
You
we
know
need
what?
Charlie for
Don't do
that.
it.
We
Don't
need
do
Charlie
it.
for
No.
that.
Yeah. Oh, why? Oh, why?
He was a why.
But I still say that's crazy. like
it
over
is.
a game?
Or
It's
as
that
Mark,
deep.
As Mark was about to
It's
say,
that deep.
it's never mind.
I wasn't
know
about
what?
to say it. You
I'm
wanted to
not-
say it.
I'm
You was
not-
about to-
We're
you was
not
trying to throw
gonna
me
say-
under that bus. What you
see
trying
that?
to do?
Man, I seen a video of a grown man beat his girlfriend up because he thought she deleted his my player off 2K. He had a little 99 overall player. He thought she was pulling the prank on him. He beat her
Yeah.
up for real. And then she
Motherfuckers
stop,
is
it's a prank.
Wild as shit with
I like,
that,
wow.
man. But listen, let's
Shouldn't have posted that shit.
let's do this.
Well, he went to jail. You going to jail now?
The Face the Music song of the week pertaining to this topic is Perfect
Oh.
by Alanis Morissette. Now, I listen to a bunch of music, but this song comes off of Alanis Morissette's debut album, Jagged Little Pill. And if y'all want to talk about childhood trauma, this album is full of growing up in trauma.
If
It-
you know
it's
anything
actually
about
awesome.
Alanis Morissette, you know she's been
She's been
traumatized.
through a bunch of
Yes.
shit. And it all comes through in the music. The album is amazing.
She's great though. She's a
But,
great artist.
If you break down some of the things that she talk about,
She from here?
nah, she's from
Oh.
Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Well, shit, that's damn near here. Shit.
Basically.
Right.
It's
Just
still
across
North
the
America.
border.
What's up, neighbor?
What's up, neighbor? Ballroom Dre said she wouldn't buy him the VR. What's the VR?
Virtual reality. joint.
Oh, okay.
Don't say that shit on live.
I'm
promos.
sorry.
What's a VR? Go
It
take a
made,
nap.
made it sound
Those
nasty.
people of a certain
Take a
age
fucking
have
nap.
reserved the right to say shit like
Hell
that.
no, you don't. You ain't that damn old. You don't know what
I didn't catch it because I don't use that
Virtu-
terminology.
the little
I mean,
joints,
terminology.
yeah.
I said it right.
Hey, we got somebody viewing from it's a bunch of comments on Facebook. We got somebody viewing from
What
Africa
they
though.
saying?
Yo,
What's up, Africa?
though?
What up, Africa? He said where I'm from. He
Homeland.
said where I'm from in Africa, they whoop your ass in school, and you don't even know what the parents want to know. Then tell your ass up
Talk
too.
your shit.
We used
Then
to do
look,
that too.
Then my boy Rob, he's still in the building. He say, when I got in trouble, my parents wasn't home. The neighbors would whoop me.
Folks,
Yup.
And then they told
sure.
my
Yup.
parents what I did, and then they would whoop
And then
me.
you get
I gotta
whooped
whoop my
again.
mom and dad and auntie.
Oh, sure.
He said these days parents are scared to whoop their kids because they got the fear of being killed.
I don't fear my
Man,
son.
you
I
can't-
put the
I mean,
fear of
Well,
God
I believe-
and myself
I
in my
believe
son.
it started when they, stopped the teachers with
paddling?
the ability from disciplining kids, and then further from there, it went to the
Into the
same thing
household.
into the parents, right? So now
Yeah.
it's almost like the parents are penalized for
Yeah,
disciplining the kids. Like somebody said earlier, they're scared of going to jail. You know what I mean? How many times have we heard a situation where the kids threaten to call CPS on the parents?
I wish mine
Times
would.
have changed, man, and overall, we are in this regard, a softer society, and we just don't stand for some of the shit that we used to, and that may be a bit unfortunate because if
It's
you
the
look at
whole
how
issue.
things are, shit's gotten worse.
Yeah, it's a whole issue, and at the end of the day, I'll say this in court. I'll say it on national television. I'll say it to a cop's face, a judge's face, teacher, principal, whoever. I raised my child, and as long as you don't see him being misused or mistreated, don't worry about me spanking that ass,
Right,
spanking
and
that
that's
ass.
now, to
Because
be
as long
fair,
as he ain't out here
that's
doing
where
stuff
the-
he ain't got nothing to
that's-
do,
and that's-
leave me the hell alone.
Well, that's how we wind up.
Period.
At this point.
Like,
because
I
some
can't-
people have, we get it. Some people
I don't give a fuck
take
about
the
something.
whooping shit, have taken the whooping shit too fucking far,
Yeah.
and crossed the line,
Yeah.
into abuse.
Well, deal with them. Don't come to my house.
Well, that's the thing about laws.
I understand.
If you
and I'm gonna let them know.
get enough things happening and society starts to view shit a certain kind of way, then the table's gonna turn, and that's why I'm not saying that I'm for
No,
it,
no,
but that's
I get
why
you.
that's why it is the way.
But
it
I'm
is.
just letting it be known.
But let's
Brandy said, my kids are 24, 17, 15, and 11. They all know I'm whooping ass.
Period.
24,
Come on,
17,
Brandy.
18, 11, that nigga.
Let's
He
get
ain't
into the
missing, boy.
lyrics.
That nigga
You-
out there
yes.
bucking.
Hold on, right. Let's get into the lyrics of the song, and
Mm-hmm.
then let's get to the conversation pieces. Because when I got to looking at the lyrics of the song,
Yeah.
I was like, dog, there are so many more questions
Yeah.
that I want to ask
I'm
other
interested.
than just what's on the show sheet.
Right.
All right, so here's how the first verse goes. Sometimes it's never quite good enough. If you're flawless, then you'll win my love. Don't forget to win first place.
Yep.
Don't forget to keep that smile on your face. Be a good boy. Try a little harder. You got to measure up. Make me prouder.
And you know what? I've been through that, so I get that all day.
So I know we got an elaborate show sheet with a bunch of questions, but I'm gonna go off script. How do you feel that you were raised? Do any of y'all feel that you were raised with the expectations of living in your parents' shadows? You had to measure up to what they thought you should be.
My dad, absolutely. My mom, no. She never put me in no box.
Okay.
But my dad definitely wanted me to go to the army and do all of the shit that he did, and yeah.
Okay.
My mom, yeah. My dad was a lot more,
What about you, Trouble?
No, I was from a single parent household, so my mom, she didn't really set the example of like follow this lead kind of thing. Like, this is what I'm doing, you should do. So I never had no expectation, but she would just teach me all the time, like, shit, I don't give a fuck if you grow up and be a janitor, just be the best at whatever you decide to be. So she did instill that into me a lot.
well,
but,
that's not bad.
but yeah, no, she didn't have any. Well, she did have that expectation to like go to school, you know, that American dream bullshit. Like go to school, get a degree.
But it wasn't like a family tradition.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like LeBron. It wasn't like LeBron kids. Like bitch, play basketball. It wasn't like that.
Yeah. Well, I know it wasn't directly. That expectation wasn't directly placed on me, but it was a vibe. You could feel it.
Yeah.
And I tried my damnedest to steer away from it.
Yeah.
And for a majority of my adult life, even though it wasn't intentional, I still steered directly into that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I think about it the whole time. And everybody, for what my day job was, everybody, oh, you following in your dad's footsteps. And I be thinking to myself, nigga, nah, I'm not. I did my damnedest not to.
Yeah.
And life just so happens it that I still wind up doing the same shit that he did.
Hey, you know what though? But that speaks volumes to, I want to say, like the greatness of your father, right? For instance, because the greats don't have to tell you to do something. They lead by example. They just show you. Like even with, like I joke, but like even with LeBron kids, he don't make his kids play basketball. He probably don't want that. He don't want that pressure of them having to be him on them. But the fact that he leads by such a great example, his children have no choice but exactly. They got no choice but to follow.
So would you say that in that instance, kind of would it reflect that the same way in your life? Were you at least motivated? And that's what I was going to say. It don't even seem like he was even.
He was like,
it was a coincidence.
It was literally just a coincidence.
It's a comfort zone kind of thing.
No, not even a comfort zone. It was just circumstantial.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I
long
get that.
story short, I go to school, go to college.
Yeah.
I fucked that all up.
Oh wow.
I can believe it.
I fucked that all up. Everything that you weren't supposed to do in college, I did it.
Yeah.
Plus, I got kicked out of college, and I needed a job. And it
I
just
don't
so
know why that's
happens
so funny.
that when I come out of school, that was the highest paying job that was hired.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, well, fuck it, here I
Fuck it.
go.
Yeah.
You know, I did not want to do it.
Yeah.
Like literally, I did not want to do it so bad to even as I signed my contract to do the job, I was thinking to myself, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know this ain't right.
You're surviving.
Right. Nah, here's what I will say, and this is something that I think a lot of people wind up doing, and it is something that they indirectly they get that vibe from their parents. Surviving. Literally not thinking above a certain level. It's just whatever you do, you go to school, you get a job, you provide for your family, you die. That's life. There is no aspiring for anything different. There is no looking for something different or following passions.
Well, that's because we also been told, like, for me, don't do anything too risky. You got to make sure that you have something solid for your family and for your
And
future.
then when you follow your passion, it's like have a backup plan.
Right.
And you
Like
know
they
what?
almost
Right,
believe
you
that
always
you're
got to
gonna-
be if you're going to try, you only get to be halfway in and halfway
out.
Yeah. And I think
Which anybody that's ever followed their passion for real and been successful, you know that you can't
You gotta
be
go all the way
halfway
in.
You have to be all in.
Go hard
for
or
it.
go home.
And I think as a people too, I think a big, and I just had this conversation on the way here is crazy. I think a big part of it is that the amount of value that we place into like money, into currency. People
put that above
fail
the
to follow
happiness.
their passions and aspirations and shit like that is because it's like, man, that shit don't make enough money. Or
Right.
people will tell you like like you see so many stories about the people comedians who are successful and musicians and people like that, people to play instruments and shit like that. And they like, man, the first 10 years, 6-7 years of my career, I was doing $30 gigs and I wasn't making no money. I was doing free
and
shows
that-
and people
and-
gave up and
They
people
ain't
stopped
wrong. They ain't
believing in
lying.
me. And, you know what I'm saying? You believe, it's because we place so much value into currency and when shit when the ends don't meet at the end of the week, like when that check don't add up to what the bills say and vice versa, that's when people tend to get away from their passions and their aspirations and that's the reason why and not to make it a racial thing, but that's the reason why white people have the advantage is because they are financially set, so they allow their children time
They
to
have the
search and find
They have the
themselves.
tools.
Yeah, because they like look. I went to man. Listen, even like foreign families, they move to the country. They all stay together. You will see a mom, a dad, a granddad,
There's 12 of them in one house.
30-year-old son, 32-year-old
It's a nice house,
daughter.
but
they
it's
all
12
in the
of them.
same house, but
they all put
they
their
all
money
under roof.
together.
They all put their money together.
Yep.
And what that does is it allows your children opportunity to find themselves.
Sure.
They don't have to. They're not under that pressure of as soon as you get out of high school, go find a high-paying job to, you know what I'm saying, be able to survive.
Or even before and shit. Right?
Vice
Sometimes
versa,
you
they
get
are-
out of the house before. You
Man,
ready, way before.
because my mama used to always preach to me when I was little. 18, you out the nest. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. 18, you out the door. So you got that time, that biological clock ticking as a kid. Like, oh shit, I'm 16 right now. I don't know what the fuck I want to do with my
And the
life.
thing, what that is literally you're being told
That's
from an
trauma.
early age that at a certain point your support system is cut off.
It's
cut
cut
off.
off.
And that's traumatic.
Man, I swear to
Also
God,
traumatic.
17th
That's
birthday,
traumatic.
you sweating. You like, man, what the fuck I'm gonna do?
Yep, and that's what Mr.
And that's
Moral
why people
Support
end up
just
in
said.
college
Yeah.
and be doing dumb shit and shit
imagine,
they don't want to do.
Imagine the mind state now, us as adults, right? Looking back at some of these 17 and 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
And imagine the mind state of them and where they are now and being pushed out into the world with no foundation
Yeah.
and no really, nowhere to go. You know what I mean? That's,
Yep.
And you know
the
what?
crazy thing about them now is the way that people parent now, they coddle their kids.
Yep, I was
And
about to say, it gotta
then-
be a balance.
Then you push them out.
Right.
Now they have no life
They're
skills.
dumb.
At least when
Not-
we got pushed out, it was like, okay, well, I do know at least
How
how
to
to
cook.
survive some
Know
kind
how
of
to-
way.
Right.
We got raised
But-
like fucking Spartans. We got raised like fucking Spartans, nigga. About 6, you out that bitch fighting lions and tigers and shit.
There was another show where it was a similar conversation where it was a lady on the panel and her son was on the phone line.
We
And
got it.
when
I'm
he was talking to his mom, he said, "Yeah, it was a good thing. No, it was actually a bad thing that you sheltered me so much because when I got older, you know what I mean, I didn't know how to deal with nothing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I couldn't deal with failure. I couldn't deal with loss. I couldn't
Exactly.
deal with anything as far like I didn't experience nothing. I didn't have
Everything
Exactly.
was done for you.
I didn't
Yeah.
have I didn't
And
have no
that-
experience to be able to know my way how to navigate through nothing or even having your emotions in check enough to be able to deal with certain things that you had to go through as an
Right.
adult. You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's a fact. And Mr. Moral Support said that
Say it again.
Mr. Moral
Mr. Moral
Support
Support.
said we gotta get out and figure it out at by 18 and knowledge of how the world works. And without knowledge of how the world works, he said he agreed with you. It's like Sparta. It's just
Sparta, man.
Yeah, for
like,
real.
Hey,
That's
that's
Yeah.
how we was raised. Like
sink
little
or swim
man.
mentality.
But when I was working, and I always blame this on the parents because I've seen it. I was raised the same way, and I just really kind of broke out on my own so I could become my own woman.
Yeah.
Because my mother was very overbearing. But I noticed when I'm working, there's a lot of adults, fully grown adults, don't know how to make decisions. They don't know how to work. You got to tell them everything to do. Hey, the fax machine down there, go over there and, check, call the people to come in, go over here, the line getting long. Let's do. You got to tell them this. And it's like, wake up. Why you have to be told stuff before you do it? And it's like I tell my son all the time, you got to learn how to problem solve. Because in this world, different problems are going to occur. And if you don't learn how to problem solve yourself, you can't come to me all the time.
So I want to flip this question on its head now.
Not on the head.
Do you all think that there's anything, do you feel that in any form of fashion, your parents were sort of kind of trying to, before I ask the question, let me read another part of the song because it's going to really put us where I want us to be. It says,
I went to church.
Right. Stop right there.
Read.
I'll live through you. And once again, this is Perfect, Alanis Morissette, the Face the Music Song of the Week. I'll live through you. I'll make you what I never was. If you're the best, then maybe so am I. Compared to him, compared to her, I'm doing this for your own damn good.
Wow.
You'll make up for what I blew. What's the problem? Why are you crying? So
That's sad.
do you all feel that in any form of fashion, that perhaps your parents would, in raising you, were sort of kind of trying to live through you and do? How did that affect
Yeah.
you? How did
Yeah.
for the positive, for the good, or for the bad?
I'm gonna say a little bit of both. I thank God for a lot of the things that my mom instilled in me. But she was really rough on me. Like, it was really rough coming up. And I think she grew me up too fast, but coddled me at the same time, which was confusing as hell as a child coming up. So that's why I had to get to a point where I just left the nest. But I feel like my mom, all the things that she wanted to do when she was younger, she kind of pushed me out there to do. Like, she was training me to be a debutante and all this stuff. It was a certain way I couldn't slouch. Like, I'm sitting here like this. I couldn't do that. I had to sit straight up like this. It's what, a certain way I had to speak. I had to walk a certain way. And
You was on ROTC.
all's my life. All's my life. So,
Yeah, shiny shoots in the shiny
WOTC.
shiny shoes and a motherfucking
And them
green
damn
suit.
and them
Right.
damn white, them plastic white pistols.
child. So it was
It's
just
an ROTC.
it was just crazy. And then just being what I was to the family. So a lot of times I was cooking and I was cleaning. I was ironing my father's shirts and making his coffee in the morning. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things, but I'm so grateful she did that, because like right now, as a caregiver to my grandmother and to my father, it built me to be able to do this. I think if I was kind of spoiled and didn't really have that foundation, even though I hated it then, I'm grateful for it now. Not saying that it was the best thing, but it prepared me for right now, the second.
I mean, anybody else? Because I know.
What was the question?
I was just finna ask
No,
that shit.
do you feel in any form or fashion that perhaps your parents would sort of kind of raise you to sort of kind of like live vicariously through you? Like, your success would be theirs?
I mean, I guess I had the same answer, that I did earlier about, the parents trying to implement themselves in you. You know what I mean? My dad probably yes. My mom probably not so much. Maybe a little bit, but that was just maybe her encouraging me to be successful, but not for the sake of her.
All right. The other part of the question then was, I mean, how did it affect you positively or negatively? Either way.
I mean, shit. My mom's side of the family really just, they allowed me to thrive and really follow my passions and shit. They didn't really tell me to do, have a cookie cutter mold for me to fit in and career wise or, just even person wise. You know what I mean? But my dad's, and I ain't spend much time with my dad, and that's part of the reason why. You know what I mean? Because it was like even down to eating certain things. You know what I mean? I remember one of the major fallouts that I had with my dad when I was growing up is one 4th of July, because he was in the military and he'd come home for the summer, right? So the summertime was 4th of July, and I'm over his house, over his mom's house with his, over there, and he want to make me eat potato salad. I'm telling him I don't like potato salad, and he telling me that I can't.
I don't know why I remember the
I
story
can't-
for some reason.
Huh?
I don't know why I remember this potato salad.
I think I told you before, but yeah, I don't like. It's like he wouldn't let me eat nothing else on my plate if I didn't eat the potato salad.
He gonna eat that
You know what I'm
potato
saying?
salad.
And it's like, dude, like I don't like it, and he telling me it's not nasty. I'm like, how you gonna tell me what I like? I'm
Nigga, you
thinking,
gonna eat
Right.
that potato salad, little nigga.
so a little shit like that is just
That's
like, yeah,
traumatic
yeah.
to me.
Yeah, it
That
is,
is
'cause he
traumatic. Because I
And that
got
nigga never look at potatoes.
right.
Same,
I
man.
got forced to
Hey,
try to
never
eat
been on
some
my plate,
beans, and
never
I hate
since
beans.
trouble.
Yeah,
Never.
He ain't fucking. I don't care if it's the old fashioned potato salad, the mustard
put
potato
no
salad.
potato
I
salad
don't give
on
a
my
fuck
plate.
what kind of potato salad.
It's Happy's
If
potato
that bitch
salad.
got potatoes
I got
and
some
salad
of
in
the
it,
best
I don't
potato
want none.
For
I don't
me,
want none.
I'll say I railed out against the concept of me being in that cookie cutter mode, and the blowback that I got was, well, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with the way that I'm raising you to be? And I was like, it ain't nothing wrong with it. Sort of kind of like, yo, potato salad, I just don't want to go that way.
Right. I don't fit in that box.
You're gonna make me like something, do something that I don't want to do.
Right.
And
And then
for me,
it's-
the concept is expanded, not just past potato salad, to like the way I live my life, the way the path I'm
But
supposed
see,
to go
here's
down.
my thing though. Like in that, and I feel you, right? But in my situation, the fact that it was something as superficial and unimportant as potato salad,
It
that
goes
you were
to
trying
show
to
you,
force it. It
yeah.
let me know where your logic was at. Like,
Right.
like you're not even you don't it's not even about me
And-
doing something that you know is right or that you
Doing
that
it
you
'cause I said do
just
it.
because I said do it and because you that's like. Do you know what my taste buds is? How my taste buds is really?
Right.
How you gonna tell me it's not
Do you
nasty?
even know if
Because
or
you
not,
like it.
I very
Right.
well may be allergic to the shit. You know, you don't
Anything.
You not even considering the fact that I may be over in the corner throwing this shit up in 2.2 minutes.
Brandy Blake.
shit-
Oh, go ahead.
My for me, my shit was different though. Like I ain't like I said, my mom wasn't like the golden standard of anything. You know what I'm saying? Not
He said
respectfully.
anything.
Like so, you know, no, she wasn't like living through. She do have a habit of like, kind of like, accepting like that. Any of any of my successes, she kind of take credibility of it. Like, yeah, you know, you wanna. That was me. I taught you how to.
Yeah, my mama do that
Like,
shit
nigga,
too.
no, you didn't. But
Yeah, my mom. Anything good about me, she like to take.
yeah,
credit
yeah,
for
yeah.
it,
She
too,
take credit for it, but for me, it was different. I was kind of like for me and my family, you know what I'm saying? Because my family was so fucked up. I was kind of like the golden standard. Like I set the bar. So it was kind of like everybody before me was fucked up. I was the one that kind of broke the mold. You know what I'm saying?
As
And
you
like
should.
all my little cousins, all my little, you know, people I call little brother, little sister.
That's
they
a
kinda
lot of
all-
pressure.
It
How
is a
about-
lot of pressure,
how
but
about-
I'm amazing under pressure. I swear to God.
Come on, Mr.
I
Amazing.
swear to God, I am.
I'm the
I
only
didn't-
male on my mom's side of the family that got his high school diploma outside of prison.
Oh wow. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
I listen, I said I'm different. I've never worked a 9-to-5 job in my life. I'm 32 years old. You know what I'm saying? People who looked up to me, people who love me, family members. I done hired them, put them a part of my company, taught them how to be entrepreneurs, taught them how to believe in
Let's go.
themselves, taught them how to do shit, showed them how to make money,
Let's go.
that kind of thing. Like I really broke the mold. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, a lot of that had to do with just me watching my mom go through
Man,
what she went through.
that was my exact motivation.
Yeah.
Like working for the plants, right, for 15, 17 years and then getting laid off and really without no, you know what I'm saying, shit to show or nothing to fall back on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm going to spend the next 15, 20 years of my life invested into a company, it's going to be mine.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to fire
Facts.
myself, and whatever results that I render out of that,
Absolutely.
I'll be happy with it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? No
I
matter
come
whether
from
I,
a different way.
Let me get this real quick so we don't neglect our viewers. Brandy Blake said, I tried to live through my daughter. I pushed her to be better than me and begged her to do things I couldn't do. And hopefully that went well
We
for
gotta,
you.
yeah, we gotta get the part 2 from you, Brandy.
Yeah,
How it
we need
turned
to
out.
know how that
How it
turned out. Yeah.
I was the other way. I come from a family. Everybody got a college degree.
Yeah.
I like
the norm.
today.
that was the mold. That was the standard. Like that,
today-
everybody had to go to college and get a degree.
And everybody did. Like
Except
today, I got a text from one of my cousins. She just got her master's degree.
Congratulations.
Now, I think that's awesome. And I didn't get the college degree,
Yeah.
Right.
Can I ask you something?
but that was okay with me because, well, I've taken my life and taught myself a whole nother skill set that I'm working on to actively pursue. And
First
make it
off,
on my
college
own.
ain't for everybody. We all know that,
No
right?
doubt.
So here, this is just a real quick question. Out of all of the people in your family who have degrees, what percentage of them actually got out of college and got a job or a career
Yeah,
in
call
something
them,
that they
Brandon.
went to college for?
That would require me knowing exactly what they got their degrees in.
Oh, okay.
But I'll say they all
Well,
are.
how many of them? I mean, if you of the ones that you know of their occupation or their career, how many of them have something that they? Well, I guess that's the same.
Well,
question.
the for them, to put it in that box, for them, the accomplishment, regardless of what their occupation is, the accomplishment was
Was the
actually
degree?
getting the degree.
Yeah.
I'm looking at life from a different through a
And-
different
and-
prism.
But see,
so
but my thing,
that
is it really an accomplishment though? Because
Well,
if you ain't getting paid for
if-
what all of the,
well,
I mean, did you
for-
accomplish?
for
you
a
can go to
lot
get a
of-
master's degree and work
Facts.
at
for
McDonald's.
a lot of people,
Is
it
that an
is.
accomplishment? You got a master's
Hey,
degree?
I know
For
a
a
bitch
lot
with a
of people,
bachelor's
it
degree
is.
work at Fridays.
Absolutely.
She's the manager of
But you
Fridays
know what?
right now.
Yeah.
But
It's
we
a lot of
also
people
know
like that.
we also know that this has been something that has been deemed as a high accomplishment
Yeah.
to aspire to
It's the norm.
and make. And
Yeah,
if
because they
you
want you to
don't,
invest into the institution that is college.
but nobody. I agree with you, but more times than not, people don't look at it from that standpoint that you're paying to get this accomplishment, and what are the results that are rendered. A lot of people don't look at it like that because, well, and this goes to the next question that I want to ask, certain things have been instilled in us to think this is a life goal. You are supposed to do this. So that's my next question. What was instilled in you that either A, you're good with and it's still there in you, or it's something that you had to unlearn or change?
Well, before we answer that question, Brandy did give us the part 2. I was going to ask her to call in, but she says, education-wise, she was awesome. Men and street smarts, she got herself killed. So, yeah, we're going to give you our condolences and
Condolences to you,
apologize.
man. Condolences.
You know,
Sorry
that's
to hear that.
speaking of trauma, that's traumatic.
Absolutely.
But,
It's traumatized me.
no,
Especially when I'm sure I could speak for the whole Face of Music crew, Brandy, we were not expecting that. We
Yeah, I
wouldn't
didn't see
even
that.
ask
I didn't
you
see that.
to expound on that had we known that was what happened. But our condolences, baby. We love you.
Hell yeah, I want to give your ass a hug.
For real.
Real nigga shit.
For real.
That shit
Yeah.
ain't never easy losing a kid,
Oh,
man.
yeah, she a whole G. She's a whole
no
G for
doubt.
holding it down and still doing what she doing. So, God bless you, Brandy.
Yeah.
But what was instilled in y'all? Something that you still carry with you to this day, and then something that you found out at some point in time in your adult life. You're like, yeah, I gotta change this.
Family first. Do it for the fam. And it's not that I have to change it, but sometimes family will hold you down and not like hold you down like we say in the
Hold
streets.
you back.
Yeah, they'll hold you back and keep you back
You know
because
how
they
motherfucker
use
you know how motherfucker drown and they pull you down too.
right. You know,
Hey,
and-
bitch, let me go.
I don't even think I need to answer. She just took
So
my
that's the
answer.
thing
Yeah.
that you had to change.
Yeah, because I honestly, like I told somebody, I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was saying, if I had not stepped out and started doing things for myself, like I said, this has been my life. I've been Cinderella pretty much my whole life, tending to my family. I still tend to my family, but I make sure that my dreams, my aspirations are still looked after and sought after as well. I no longer put them to the point to where
You are to the forefront.
right.
You are at the forefront.
I had
of
to
your-
push myself to the front because I was going to end up resenting my family if I had not.
What about you, Trouble?
A positive thing was, well, I think I touched on it already. One thing that stuck out to me in my childhood was my mom just really I think she ignited the competitive side of me, and being the best at everything. Like I am ultra competitive. Like I'm one of them people where we could fight, nigga. If you beat me, every time I see you, I'm gonna fight you until I win. I swear to God. And then we can shake hands at that point. Where you want to go again, we gonna keep going.
You talking about like that
I
time
am-
So beat you in the
Man,
race?
Yeah, I pulled my hamstring. I had really pulled my hamstring.
Nigga,
I swear to God, look, I had to tell my
Okay,
boxing
so
coach. I told my boxing
America-
coach the next day. I swear to God, I could not walk for
America,
like 3 weeks.
so-
I couldn't walk, but he didn't beat me. But it was like a
here's what
look
wound
at
up
him.
happening.
yeah, he beat me. We was nose to
You
nose.
Rick- you
And
Rick
you know what it
James
was?
that
He had on the nigga had on boots, and when he was
tried.
running, I was looking on his boots the whole time. Like, why is he running against me with the boots
This
on?
is the
He had
competitive
boots
shit.
on, so I was like, this nigga got
Tried
boots
to
on.
challenge the OG
I didn't try to challenge him.
and got
Now when I
blasted.
tried to, when I told them, they I thought I won. They said I lost.
They got
So when I tried to
footage of it.
rematch him, he was ducking me. He
We
been
did
ducking
have
me ever
footage
since.
of
He
it.
like Terrence Crawford.
Because
I
guess
came
what,
like Earl
motherfucker?
Spence,
I'm
like,
15
what's up, nigga?
years older than you.
I don't
and
give
you
a damn.
pulled one hammy.
No, but
Motherfucker,
look,
you
but
think
look,
you
he,
couldn't
but
walk?
look. So
That is so funny.
backstory on Soso. I met Soso when I was 15. The nigga raced me before he was 15 years older
That's
than me
what's up. That's
then.
the most important.
The nigga raced me before I had smoked him. That's how the conversation started. I was like, remember it was when he was doing his day job. I was like, remember nigga that one time you tried to race me, I smoked your ass. He was
smoke
like,
you
you can't
then.
fuck with me. I was like, nigga, I'll
15
smoke you right
years
now.
after that,
That's how we
he
ended up racing.
still didn't
It was
But
so
that's-
funny. It was some drunk stuff though in
Yeah, it
there.
was some super
Absolutely.
drunk shit.
It was
after a
absolutely-
pint of black Henny, but anyway. So on a positive
Can you
end,
imagine these niggas running drunk?
drunk, it was dumb. It was
America,
dumb.
the
I
street.
guarantee you, we have video footage of it. You will never see
That shit is no.
You want
it's-
to see some
no,
random
I took-
Detroit
we took
stuff.
that
That's
shit. We
it.
put it in a coffin with my mama's titties and
Right.
And he said we took it, locked it, and threw it in the middle of the
You
fucking
gotta
ocean.
be an old Jacques
Yeah,
Cousteau
Jacques
kinda
Cousteau, and that's a
motherfucker,
Bad
dude.
Boy 2 reference if you ain't hear it. But yeah, so that was on the positive end. I think she made me a super competitor, man. I think she, I give her kudos to that because
Nah, Barroom Dre. Say he got years of experience in running in boots.
yeah, you do. Yeah, I had brand new legs at the point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Bad boy.
He
bad
had seasoned
boys.
legs. His legs are seasoned.
Season.
His seasoned legs.
You don't
You
know
been
the
trained to
law
run in
recently.
boots.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. And the girls kind of hyped it up because I wasn't,
course
you know
they
what I'm
did.
saying? They was like, yeah, do it right
So
now. I
you,
was like,
you raced him before he was the cop. Nah, after
no, I
the
raced
cop-
him when he was the cop.
Oh.
This is
Yeah, I smoked him then.
smoked
That's
him?
how I met
He
him.
didn't.
I
but
met him. I smoked him.
We don't have
He
footage
had
of
on
that.
those same boots. They was a lot heavier then. And I remember running and looking back like this nigga slow as fuck. I'm smoking it. Bing. Oh, I never forget it was a rainy night too. It was some
Why was it
motherfucking
raining?
training day. Remember the Titans type
Since-
shit. I'm running like a
Since we're
motherfucker.
talking about it, 'cause
Man.
America,
And
y'all
this-
just,
and look,
just give us
look.
this sidebar real quick.
And look, it's so weird. That nigga say, I ain't never whooped my kid. Nigga, that nigga whooped me one time. Nigga, I need that nigga kid. That nigga whooped me one time.
Since this wind up happening,
ain't even go to jail.
I didn't.
And he was a
I
cop.
I did not expect for this to go happen. But the way this went, here's why I'm saying he didn't beat me then. Because the way that whole thing got started, I told him, and I was really just fucking with him.
He said, if
I
I
said,
catch
if
you,
I catch you,
I'm going to beat your ass. I said, all right.
Oh, so he was out. He was-
I was gone. First time I ever ran for the police. Nigga. I was gone. Like, they had to tell me to stop. Like, all right.
so I was like,
I
all
was
right.
gone.
Hand me
Here,
trouble.
I
That's what
think-
Mr. Moral Support just called you.
I think he got the point from that. But what I used to
the fuck
do,
on.
one thing that I would do, like I get calls to kids, houses where it's troubles going on, and literally
How he got his
trouble
nickname.
going on, and I would versus like just straight up taking them to juvie.
Yeah, it was a mentorship.
It was some mentorship,
It was mentoring, yeah.
and the shit worked.
It did. Definitely worked.
So-
Definitely worked.
It's not like I was actually just gonna haul off and
Yeah.
ever beat. His
But
ass.
he was
I
a black. He was a black parent. His first whoop ass, take names later. That was the policy. It was like, nigga,
I
you
wasn't-
did what? I'm
I
like,
wasn't
you didn't even hear my
actually-
side of the story yet.
actually going to beat his ass, but the fear had to be instilled.
And you know what? That at the end of the day, even if you don't whoop your kids behind,
Yeah.
you gotta instill some type of fear somewhere. Because if they're not scared of you, they ain't gonna be scared of nobody.
Facts.
And I'll say this: I won't say that you have to instill fear, but what you do have to instill is cognizance
Respect.
of consequence,
Yeah.
cause and effect. If you do this, this will happen.
Right.
You can't just go through life thinking you could just do whatever the hell
Facts.
That's
you want
right.
to do. You got to
There's
put up some
consequences.
guardrails.
And
Well,
repercussions.
I'm gonna say this. Here's the one thing that was instilled in me growing up as a kid that I found it's not something that I had to get rid of, but I definitely had to amend, and that's my relationship with God.
Oh, that's a good one.
I had to. I grew up in one of them super religious families where, if anybody know about the super religious black family, on Sundays it's all God. Fridays though is brown liquor and fish fries.
Right.
Okay. I'd have been there on a Friday like, yay,
You know what I'm
family.
saying? So it was a lot of contradictory shit that was
Sunday
going
I'd have
on,
disappeared.
or at least what I thought was contradictory shit that was going on. So I really had to get to a different understanding about what your relationship,
They
what my
tripping in
relationship
the,
with God
in the
and,
comments.
and religion was.
Mr. Moral Support said y'all was running sideways down the block.
Yep.
Ballroom Drake
No.
said you not catching the
as-
light skinned dude. Who light skinned?
Me.
And then
I told
Mr.
you I'm Cherokee
nigga, you
Indian.
ain't
Look,
light
look,
You're right, he
look,
ain't light
look,
skinned.
look at this part. Look at this part. Look.
Ain't
You
nothing
can see my veins. Look, you can see my. I
Ain't
told.
nothing
Look at that
light
red.
skinned
Look,
about this
look,
motherfucker.
look, look,
Veins too.
look,
I'm
look at
not
the red.
light
Look at the
skinned.
red. I'm Cherokee. I keep telling you.
Ain't
that
nothing
next
light skinned about this
I'm a
motherfucker.
red
That's,
skin, man.
that's just good lighting in the studio.
I'm a red bone, man.
Mr. Moral
I'm a red
Support
ball.
said that caused you to have boot running trauma. That's
No,
what-
no, But I understand why niggas, when why niggas look at niggas crazy when they fighting and they got Timberlands on. Niggas do some amazing things in boots. That nigga, he tried to run a race in his boots.
Bullshit,
That nigga,
you're not.
He got boot feet.
As far as boots,
He got boot feet.
as far as boots are
His foot
concerned,
too wide for a gym
raise
shoe.
your hold on.
Got
Raise
boots.
your hand
Elmer
if you
Fudd
was,
foot.
raise your hand if you've ever been in
Flintstone.
high school and
That nigga
you
Dino.
seen a bunch of motherfuckers show up and everybody got on jogging suits and boots.
Yeah.
You knew somebody was finna get their
I
ass
swear to
whooped.
God, I remember. You know what's so crazy? I remember as an
somebody was
adult
finna
getting
get
into
they
it with a
ass
nigga.
whooped.
A nigga came to my office talking crazy. I went home. I swear to God, the first thing I changed it to was some sweats and some boots. I don't know why I did it.
Cause that
That's
is
just real
That
nigga
is
stuff.
You gotta be
ass
carb, you gotta
whooping.
move, and you gotta be able to stomp.
That is ass whooping.
Hey, that nigga had
Come
just did 12 years though. I did go to the store and buy me a little pocket knife too though. I was like, damn, I'm gonna
That
put
is
this nigga
also
down.
that is also fighting the tire.
I'm putting him down.
But,
man, but yeah,
Down.
Anything else that you'd say as far as being raised, you look at it like
I'm not
I
gonna do
really
that.
wish that I would have been raised differently in this aspect.
it's a lot of aspects for me. I think the main thing is understanding like so y'all said earlier in the middle in that show, y'all was like this generation of parents is a lot softer, right? They cuddle and this, that, and the third. I wish I'd have been coddled
Just a
lot
little bit more. Yeah.
a lot more.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. What you got to understand with this generation, you have to tend to be a little more sensitive to is the fact that they are a lot more, they're intellects in a way because they have access to the technology. They have access to a lot of the things and they're able to learn from shit that we weren't able to. We had to learn the hard way. They can just look it up online. And be
Right.
like, Google. They can go YouTube. It's fire hot.
Right.
And it's going to say, hell yeah, and show you a video.
Ask me.
Us, we had to touch it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that we have to be a lot more sensitive to that. We got to understand our responsibility as parents as far as breaking the molds. I had a conversation on my way here, and I was like, man, I noticed that, sometimes when I'm dealing with my son, because I only got one kid, so I was like, man, sometimes I find myself mimicking shit that my mom did, you know what I'm saying, to me. And I
that
instantly feel
happens.
like disgusted about it because I'm like, damn, I didn't know I was doing that.
Because we imitate our parents.
Facts.
We do.
Facts.
And we have
That's
to
just
learn what
inadvertent.
Yeah.
right. We have
Yeah.
to learn what
Almost
works.
can't get around it.
Yeah, what
yeah.
works for us, what doesn't work for us, what we deem as toxic or just not, I shouldn't say the word toxic, but just not good,
Yeah.
and change that. So you
Yeah.
gotta unlearn some stuff like he was saying earlier.
I'm
But it
not
require-
going to say that I would. The one thing that I would change, and I'm actively working to do it with my daughter, and that is literally the way that I talk to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I swear to you, it's crazy. God is a comedian. Because I had to have a conversation with my daughter about something. The conversation caused her to cry. It was how I was talking to her. Not that I was wrong in what I was saying, but she's sensitive to how I was talking. This is one of the reasons why I've never really had to whip my daughter, because my daughter will cry to drop the sound of my voice will cause her to cry.
Right.
I need to learn how to soften up in how I talk to her. But in the same week, had to have a conversation with my mom about something that was going on with me. And she asked me about it. I told her about it, matter of factly, like, yeah, well, this is what it is. And she went to start talking to me
The same way
in
you
the
were talking.
same way
Same
that I was
tone.
talking. And I had to cut her short. And the whole time that I was talking to her and like, hold on, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z, boom, 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 boom. I'm a grown ass man. I know what's going
I'm a
on
grown
here. I
ass
got
man.
this. Da 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 da. But the whole time I'm having that exchange with my mama, I'm sitting thinking to myself, you are an absolute shit parent. You just did this shit to your
But it
daughter.
was learned
And you don't know it until
until
you know
you do
it.
it.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm
behavior.
trying my best to get to a point where, and this is so bad because I said I wasn't gonna do it because I hated it when I was coming up, and I hate seeing it, cussing at my kid.
Yeah, that's something I've never done.
Like I hate. I'll get mad because
I've cussed
I
around my kid.
I hate it because I don't like hitting or anything like that. So I'll get upset. And as soon as I start cussing, he know I'm pissed.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to not do that. But yeah, sometimes I get mad and be like, now didn't I tell your monkey ass? Don't
Yeah, and that's
You know?
man, listen, that's learned behavior.
Yeah, and
And
it is because I've been
speaking to
cussed
learned
out
behavior.
all my life.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. My mama told me that. Man, never mind.
Hold on. Katia
Yeah.
Workman. First off, thank you for tuning in to Face the Music. Hope
What's
to
up,
see
Tia?
you
That's
are-
Tia.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yeah.
When the hell did
I
you
don't
say
know
that?
what.
That's what it says.
But you said it
That's her
the
whole
way
name,
you
huh?
said it.
Katia.
Katia.
Is it Katia?
Workman.
It's Katia. It is.
Come on down. The price is right.
Like,
I thought it was.
Bring your ass
Russian
on
version.
down here. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Tia.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So this is what Tia says. As parents, we are the first book our children read. So it's natural to act like our parents and don't realize you're doing it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And her name was Katia. Y'all done
Katia.
told me the whole goddamn time her name was Tia. I've been calling her Tia.
well,
And
Katia
where you
had
Yeah.
Tia in it.
I get it
Duh.
now.
Oh my God, he
I
was
read-
in that
I read-
special
I
I
mean,
can't
ed.
even call you Will, Willie.
I get it.
Yeah, if your name was William, you'd be Will too. This William's a long way
I
around.
told y'all he was in the special class.
I get
Mr.
it
Moral Support
now.
did say,
William So Esquire.
right. I wish I was raised differently also. But you know what? I'm gonna say this. Take the good, take the bad, and
Facts.
let's just do better. And we're not gonna always get it right as adults. We're not gonna always get it right as parents.
Yeah.
My son, even with the things that I constantly, think about him, like, oh my goodness, I'm acting like my mom, or oh my goodness, I could have did this better. My son still think I'm like the best mom ever because I'm the only mom he knows, and I love on my son. My son probably sometimes I get on his nerve. I know I get on his nerve sometimes.
I'm still trying.
But-
At this point, I'm still trying to get my daughter to hug me in public.
Aw.
She had at that age where she figures she grown, but she knows she ain't grown. Mm-hmm. I have to do shit for her and be like, you know that's gonna cost you a hug.
Aw.
You know that's gonna cost you a kiss, right?
No, I take my hugs. Yeah, because I know he don't want to do it in front of his friends,
Yeah.
so I don't do
Right,
that to
she-
him. But yeah, I take my
Man.
hugs all the time.
Hey, I'm so soft for my little dude. I'm talking about
Well, see, your dude,
Everything.
your little man's is
my
a
little
baby,
man.
baby. You know,
He is, but he a grown man. He
Right.
be like,
He a big boy.
I kiss him on the forehead. He be like, Daddy, why you always doing that?
Why you always
Hey.
doing
Nigga, I love
that?
you, nigga. That's
But
why.
you know what? But just like you said, you wanted more like affection and love.
Yeah.
You're giving that to your
I'm
son.
giving it to him, yeah.
Yeah, so
absolutely. I just want my daughter to
It's
go
a
back to
balance.
being
It is a
7
You
again.
gotta have a balance of whoop ass. You gotta have
Yep.
a balance of love.
Absolutely.
You
Yep,
know?
you do.
The love should definitely outweigh the whoop ass.
I'm trying to
most
get my
definitely, most
son
definitely.
to
You know?
let me walk him into school. Oh yeah, they don't like that. Once they get a certain age, it's
Oh,
a
for
wrap.
sure. Yeah.
My son,
I'm gonna be fresh as hell though. My son gonna be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Come on, walk
So,
in, pops.
but I ain't gonna lie
I'm
to you.
gonna be like Shannon Sharp when he was finna punch dog with the Dior. Well, I ain't gonna wear that sweater, but with the Dior ones
I
on, with the,
completely
you know what I'm
understand,
saying?
though, why my
and that
daughter-
sweater was $3,000. I just looked it up right now. That one
Yeah,
was
$3,100.
$3,100.
I
We
completely
got it now.
understand why my daughter doesn't
I'm gonna wear an
want me to
undershirt.
walk her into school. I'm gonna tell this story and then we're gonna bounce.
yeah, it's time
My
to wrap
daughter's
it up.
first day of high school.
Mm.
So, she's stepping from the, the mid majors to the big leagues. I'm nervous as shit. And she went to my school. It's a big ass school. I'm like, well, I don't want shit to happen to her. And she gonna get lost, and I'm just worried.
Oh Lord.
Bro, they literally, speaking of trauma, they had what was the equivalent of like parent trauma counselors in there for parents who were having separation issues. Swear to God. And I was one
As
of them
you were.
parents. I
Right.
was
As you were.
I was patient zero. Because I was like, well, what kind of walker? It's just like, no, you can't walk her to class.
They don't
Nope.
allow you to do that no more. They
They
kind
said,
of like,
listen, here's where the parents go. We have this little room where you can literally overlook and see where they're walking to class. And so I'm like, okay. So I'm standing there, and I didn't see my daughter. So guess what I did?
I can't stand it.
I called her.
I can't.
I called her. And
Verbally or on the phone?
No, on the phone. And one of the trauma people was like, "Sir, you do realize she's in school. She can't answer her phone."
Right.
I was like, God damn it. So I'm one of them parents. Anyway, America, long story short, thank y'all for taking this ride with us. I hope we said something
That was helpful. Or
but I'm pretty fucking sure we didn't.
We did.
Y'all
might have to
probably
part
knew,
two it.
Yeah, y'all probably knew every fucking thing that we
We
said.
might have got through part 1. We had 3 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have got to 1.
Exactly.
we love y'all
Nonetheless,
for checking in and hanging out with us.
Tune in next week where we're going to have some piece of completely unrelated fuckery. This has been Face the Music.
Bye, y'all.
Now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.